Hi, welcome to my latest case study. This case study is for an American D2C brand uh, who are running on both Amazon and Google and Meta. So basically, they have an Amazon sales channel and they have a Shopify website. And I think I showed this website before um, on the on the previous case study. So the reason why I'm making this case study is one, how to handle the challenge of multiple channels not cannibalizing each other's sales. Okay. I'll show in this case study why they were and what are the settings you can, especially in Amazon, not to do that. Second, there are times when the this is something that I have also mentioned in my videos earlier that when you are running a brand or you are running performance marketing or you are trying to generate demand or you're trying to sell something or generate leads, your landing page comes first. Okay. That is the presentation of your product. People don't buy the product, they buy the experience of buying the product. Okay, so your landing page is a presentation of, even if you show a cow with purple stripes, people will still buy that, provided you show it in an extraordinary way. Okay, there are no extraordinary products. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it's a infant carrier or a rocket to send satellites into space. There are no extraordinary products. There are only extraordinary presentations of products which people buy. Okay, now what we did is we basically started with Google Ads. In that was in June. Uh, I'll try to show all the products. So we started in June, and we were basically given only Google and Meta to to start with. Okay, this is the Meta account, and okay, and when we got the account, the previous agency which was running the performance marketing for the brand, they actually stopped Meta. They were not running Meta at all, and on Google, what was running is this is something that I can show you. So since this is a tangible product, uh, oh, sorry for I'm just adjusting the screen. If I look into, let's say, April to May, so April and May, there is one standard shopping, and this is also something that I showed in the previous mini case study of the same brand. Uh, so there was standard shopping, and then there was a PMAX, and these are tracked conversions, by the way. And if you see, yeah, so the standard shopping got 26 conversions, the PMAX got 69 conversions, obviously, because again, it was cannibalizing the standard shopping, which is something that we wanted, but I will show you what it was actually cannibalized. And uh, you know, so basically it was cannibalizing brand. Since we are doing a case study, and this will be a detailed case study, unlike the one previously of the same brand. So I try to bring the same 70% of Google's conversions, and this was before we came in to handle the account. 70% of the impression share was overlapping with Amazon. Okay, 70%, 70. Okay, that's huge. Uh, so let's go into auction insights. I'm sure auction insights will not show us anything. Uh, Channel performance. There's something called the brand report, and that we'll get into soon. I was just curious to see this channel performance. I saw this, and it says that majority of purchases came from search. Of course, 97% share of cost through April and May. So this is something that the Google AI tells me. The 70% of the uh, impressions were in overlap with Amazon, which means basically Amazon was being used to prop up the Shopify channel. And I still have beef regarding this, this website. So uh, I'll show you the current uh, landing page. It's not a landing page, but it's a collection page, and that's what we are dealing with. And I still have beef the with that page because I think the page is ordinary. Uh, I think it was said as something like BOGO offers. But yeah, I mean, why am I looking into this? I can easily get that page out from uh, the catalog. The I'm sorry about this because there are lots of moving parts in this case study, and it is a very good case study to help you realize you should stop cannibalizing one channel with the other just to make both of them look good to the client. Because sooner or later, when you will be asked to scale, you won't be able to scale because you are spread thin. And I will show you how they were spreading thin. But before that, let me go into the space. I am currently repeating myself. I still have beef with this page. I do not like the product pages, and I'm in constant, uh, you know, communication to change this page. And now we have a BOGO offer, so I guess that kind of does. things for us. But this is the collection page, right? I think there was one more page which we were supposed to promote, but and I'll show you the page, okay? The page is good, but once you land into the product, you go into the product pages, it's like a bland, I'm not saying because I'm an Indian and I like bright colors or something like that. This is a page, yeah, BOGO 40, right? And I'm supposed to use the same page for the catalog campaign. Apparently I did, but something happened and it changed back. I don't know why. But yeah, I'll do this right now. Yeah, so BOGO 40. Yeah, I'm sorry. It, the page, the link is already there. Okay. So yeah, so this is the page. Yeah. Now, this is the collection page, right? You go into, let's say I click the best looking picture here. Okay. Just for fun. The speed of this page, I can see this right now. The FCP and LCP is still loading. The LCP is 4.3 seconds, which is poor. But yeah, it has improved a lot from earlier. And again, I was in constant communication with the PM that I can't run campaigns on product pages which have a 70% bounce rate. Okay, 70% bounce rate. Can you think how expensive it is to run campaigns on such pages? Because all the previous agencies who worked, they put their own code, their own tracking code. They never bothered about the speed of the page, and because they knew that they could use Amazon to prop up Shopify. And I will tell you how they were doing it. It's a devious, evil trick, and you should never do it. Okay. Because you won't be able to scale. You will just be able to maintain the account. You will never be able to scale. But okay. Anyway, so this is the page, right? Now this stars and all these reviews, they were not here. If you refer to my previous case study that I showed the pages, this was not there. This was also I have been complaining about, and I my throat is literally dry saying the same thing over and over and over again. But so here is the thing, right? When you land on this page, and I'm looking at the mobile version of this page. Okay, this is the mobile version. It's not that I haven't done a CRO of this page. I have submitted a CRO of this product pages back in June. Before even I started, putting my hands into the Google and Meta ads, the first day I submitted a CRO report of this page, which I can't show because of confidentiality reasons. But you see the mobile version of this page. By the way, if you're wondering, this is a very handy uh, Chrome extension. It's called Mobile View or something like that. Just search for it and you will get it. Even in the free version, you will get access to iPhone 14 Pro Max, which I think it's good enough. If you're looking into Android, uh, uh, you will get Galaxy S22 Plus. Oh my God, the page is still so. And you get access to tablets and Galaxy Tab and all these things like that. So, but anyways, going back to our humiliating iPhone 14 Pro Max, this is the landing page. Someone is supposed to land on this page and buy this product. There is no freaking CTA, no freaking call to action in the first above the fold. There is no CTA. What am I supposed to do? Look at this girl. Okay. That is why I call this page a very ordinary, mediocre landing page. And they are still working on it, by the way. When I start scrolling, so this is above the fold, okay? This is the crime. No CTA. Anyways, calm down. There is still no CTA. When I scroll, second scroll, third scroll, then there is a sticky CTA add to cart, which I can barely even see. This was also included in the CRO report that you have to make this button stand out. The button is a call to action and it needs to be sticky footer right from the first fold, so from above the fold. It's not after the user scrolls down two times. Okay. So this is why I still have a beef with this page. Uh, Even though now they are trying to launch BOGO 40, which is basically buy one, get one at 40% discount. The second will be a 40% discount. Okay. But you see why Shopify was not performing, and it is still not performing because of this page. But okay. So let's go back to Google. And as I said, 70% of impression share of this Emacs campaign, which was basically standard shopping upgraded into PMAX. Google wants to upgrade you. 70% of impression share was from Amazon, which means the previous agency was basically using Amazon to prop up Shopify. Now, I'll tell you why, how, and this is a very evil trick. Do not use it. Please do not use it because you won't be able to scale beyond the point. I'm telling this, I'm giving you the disclaimer over and over again. Don't blame me if you can't scale a brand who is selling on both Shopify and Amazon. Don't blame me. So this was what they did. Okay, this is a brand campaign. Uh, I'll just move this all the way here. Okay, so this was a brand campaign. Sorry, it's my camera, which is yeah. So this was true about all the campaigns which are running. So right now, this is the most optimized setup which is running, and I will tell you why it is optimized. Okay, why it is doing the best. I'll give you all the proof, but before that, I want to show you that evil trick which they were doing. When you have any campaign on Amazon, Amazon shopping, go to campaign settings and just check. You can do this check for your agency as well. You can do this check for your campaigns as well if you have accidentally put it on. Okay. And I just zoom into this page. So I'm looking at campaign settings. These settings are true for all the campaigns on Amazon. You see this settings for ads served off Amazon. This was set at increase reach. So this setting may result in more impressions and opportunities for sales off Amazon. That is now all the campaigns are limited off Amazon spend. Again, You are running ads on the highest buying intent shopping platform in the world. Why do you need to serve your ads off Amazon? Yes, they will always serve, but just have the bare minimum. Okay. Now I will tell you what impact did it have. In fact, there is a whole architecture. So this case study is not only about uh, it's not only about this brand and what we did and all this thing. This is about how to handle a complete architecture of a brand, a D2C e-com brand who is selling on both Shopify and Amazon and avoid cannibalizing. Okay. So this is what we are using right now. And okay, before we go there, I will show you the report. So I show you the ACOS. When you are running ads on Amazon, your single most important parameter is ACOS, advertising cost of sale. Okay, advertising cost of sale. Some people call it average cost of sale. So ACOS is basically a percentage of your revenue which has gone into acquiring that sale. Basically, it's a CAC. It's a percentage CAC, customer acquisition cost. Simple, which is why I love Amazon. Amazon makes it so clear what is your CAC percentage, which is basically a cost, right? Now, we took this account. The Amazon account came to us 1 month later. We started in July 1st, we started. Before that, so just to keep things on an even keel, active status all but archive. Okay. Now I'll show you. Okay. So now they have removed April. That's fine. May and June. Okay. There were many campaigns running. The ACOS is 28%. The ROAS was 3.52. There were too many campaigns running. Consolidation is key. Now we start with July. So it's been like 28 days. We took this account. What is the ACOS now? 19% from 28%. And it's the same active status all but actually 19%. From 28%, we brought it down to 19%. This is the cost of sale now, average cost of sale. Less than 20%. So that's a 11% reduction in CAC within 30 days. And even stopping cannibalizing on the Shopify platform. The ROAS is 5.22. Even more microscopic data is when we actually had all the changes working effectively from 7th of July. 7th of July. Okay. Because we actually got access to this account on 4th of July, 4th or 5th of July, and it took me 2 or 3 days to understand what is going on in this account. And that's human, right? You see, when I reduce it, when I look from 7th of July, the ACOS has reduced even further. It's 13%. All the same, right? Active status is all the data. 13% ACOS. So we almost halved, more than halved the ACOS which was there previously. 28%. We brought it down to 13%. And this is the expectation that we have set right now. The ROAS is 7.38, 7.3 from 3. So basically, we have the ACOS, more than half the ACOS, and we doubled the ROAS, almost double. It was 3, now it's 7, more than double. Now, how did we do this? I'll go into Shopify later because, as I told you, I still have problems with the landing page, which is why Shopify is not performing that great. And ever since we stopped sharing Amazon with Shopify, because there was no foundation, the foundation was gone. But anyways, what was the architecture? Now let me tell you before that the campaigns which are running now, some of them were already running previously. Some of them we added just to increase the traction. Okay. So the campaigns which are running previously were these three campaigns which are still live, and these will be live. This is the SBH catch-all defensive campaign. If you're running Amazon ads, you'll know SBH is standard brand video campaign, which is basically it should be named as SBV, but they named it as SBH and we didn't change it. Catch-all defense campaign, which means anybody who lands on the product pages with our ASIN numbers, okay, with our ASIN numbers will be shown the brand video, and it increases the conversion rate of the product pages. Okay. The second campaign which was running was the catch-all automatic targeting campaign. Now, I'm sure you know what is automatic targeting campaign, and it is quite fun actually to run this campaign. I mean, I am having a lot of fun running this campaign. Why? I'll tell you why. So Amazon keeps bombing me out. Like there was some problem, but okay. Let's go to targeting. And this is really interesting. I'll remove this filter, you see, and I'll make this a little bit bigger. So you see, there is close match, loose match, substitutes, and complements. Okay, that's the automatic targeting of Amazon ads. You see, the highest ROAS was actually close match. What do you think is the next highest ROAS? I mean, ROAS is a vanity metric. We should be looking at ACOS, but even then, the next was loose match, which is not supposed to be performing very well, but it's loose match. Okay. So as of now, we kept loose match on, and there is a reason why I don't have close match on. I'll show you why. The third campaign was a brand exact campaign. Now it was started as brand exact, but now it also has a phrase match of the brand. Now the reason why I showed you that close match is turned off is because when I compared the search terms, I saw that it was competing with my brand terms. I did not need another campaign, automatic campaign specifically, because this is something about Amazon ads. Amazon ads are old school. Just like the way we used to run Google search ads back in 2015, 16, Amazon runs the same way. You like exact match is still exact match. You care about impression share. You care about increasing your budget. You care about day party. Okay. Okay. Exactly which are the windows of the entire day, of the weeks of the day where your sales hit the highest. And that's when you have rules to sort of jack up your bids by, let's say, 30%, 40%. Some people even do 500% just to get the top impression share when the in your buying windows and then get the most sale. Okay, so these are all brand keywords, right? Now this is something interesting. You see, why do I say Amazon? It's still old school. I'll show you why. You see, these are all exact in phrase, but there is only one phrase keyword. Rest everything is exact. I'll just filter with enable, which will make it shorter. So you see, remember the top two sales and the not the top two ROS, but it's even better. Like not better, but it's a second best. You see the top two keywords, they have the same number of purchases and the same amount of sales, same revenue at the same rows. Okay. Now you see same rows, exact match. Now let me go to phrase match. There is only one phrase match which is doing as good as an exact match. Like it is a second best. Okay. So I will recap the structure, but when it comes to brand search, sponsored product campaign on Amazon ads, remember add all the exact match that you have. We tested, and these are the winners. These are the winners of exact match. And then we have only one phrase match. You can keep it in the same ad group, you can keep it in a different ad group, and then you have to negate search terms from the phrase match campaign. You can still do that because after all it's old school, but that will work when you have more than one phrase match. We are using only one phrase match and we are aiming to max out the impression share on Amazon. Okay. So now you see when I show you the list again, the highest lowest was of course an exact match, just immediately followed by an exact and phrase match. In fact, the phrase match was the second highest in terms of sales. Okay. Now, moving on. This is the campaign that we started. This is a pure remarketing campaign. It's a sponsored display campaign and it works on clicks. So basically, the difference between a sponsored video and a sponsored display is A sponsored video works only on the product pages. When a person is on the product page, that's when it increases the conversion rate of the product page when the user is on the page. Sponsored display is supposed to bring back people who have viewed your product page. So it's a pure remarketing campaign. And that's why you see it has good ROIs. Okay. I keep saying ROIs. I should have the column of ACOS here. Yeah, and it's not there. Yeah, it's there. And when you are running Amazon ads, rather than looking at ROAS, look at ACOS. You see, the sponsored display campaign has an ACOS of 9.52%. It should be even lower, but it's a very good ACOS considering it's a remarketing campaign. It's pure remarketing, bringing people back when they have left your page, just to bring them back to the product page. And then you have rows of 10 and whatever. So, I mean, the sponsored display marketing has the same ROAS as a sponsored video, which works on the product pages. And that's a very good sign. Okay. Now, so recapping the structure of Amazon ads, which is basically if you have a brand which is running Amazon ads as well as Shopify with Google and Meta, whatever, make sure to have these campaign types, the brand video, which is a defensive campaign using your own assets. Then there is a catch-all automatic targeting campaign. Test what works well for you, but give all the targeting, the automatic targeting, a fair chance. Close match, substitutes, complements, loose match, give everything a fair chance and then have a brand dedicated brand sponsored product campaign. Of course, you need to optimize the products, but keep your top performing products in the brand exact brand search and your automatic targeting campaign, your remarketing campaign, your brand video campaign can have all your products, not only the top sellers, because it's important for catching people who are by chance not interested in your top selling. Okay. So this is the structure of the Amazon. Now I'll go back to the Shopify ads, which is currently not working great. It's because I told you I don't still like this landing page. I have told many times. Okay. Only on desktop, this this actually jumps out. Even then, in this above the fold, there is no CTA. I don't like this. So now, what are we running on Meta for Shopify? The best low risk campaign to run, of course, is catalog sales. Just connect the catalog, go to Commerce Manager. So all tools, you'll find Commerce Manager here. Just search for it. Okay. I think they keep shifting the position of Commerce Manager. So you see Commerce Manager, go to Commerce Manager, connect the catalog. It should all already be connected because since you have a Shopify website and you just connect, uh, verify the domain and connect Meta Ads account. It will automatically pull all the campaigns. Make sure you have the top selling uh, product as top selling product into a separate set. Okay, do not product all your products all at once because that will give you more vertical space to scale. Okay, so you need to have the space to scale. You need to have that bandwidth to scale when you increase budget. So have all your top selling products into a separate set. Okay, if you see this campaign, this is the catalog campaign. This uses the catalog, and then I have another campaign which does not use the catalog. That's a manual sales campaign, and that is also important. So you see there, you see this is a separate set. So there are so many sets, most of which do not exist, but there is a top seven to promote. Okay. It's just that the stock is too low, which is why it's not barely showing four products out of seven. But the minimum you should have is five products. And then have a manual sales campaign. If you have the budget, you don't need to run it as the same budget as the main catalog campaign. This is just to assist the main catalog campaign to sell more. Use your collection page as a landing page. You can use any one product page also as the landing page. But usually when you are in B2C e-com, it's good to use a collection page as a front end. And obviously in Shopify, when you have different sets, you will have different collections for different sets. So you should have a collection page for your top selling products mandatorily. Otherwise, your ads will not perform, or it will burn a lot of money before actually showing some products. So this is the thing from Meta, and then going back to Google. Currently, what we are doing is, yeah, I just set it to this month, and the number of conversions is looking very low, and that's because of attribution. But I'll tell you something. The first is the landing page. Your landing page needs to convert. People do not buy the product, they buy the experience of buying the product. Your landing page is the buying experience. Okay. So right now we are running a brand search and the standard shopping, which was running previously. This was a brand search which I launched, and it is very expensive. If you see, of course, since this is a brand search, we have a 10 on 10 quality score, and I am targeting only uh, exact match of the brand, because now you know exact match is not exact match in Google. It shows you for close variants. You see, this has tracked only 12 conversions. But here is the interesting part. I'm not even running this on conversions. My brand search campaign, and this is the way brand search campaigns should be running on Google, because you have the advantage of a higher quality score. You can have 9 and 10 quality score. The brand search is actually running on target impression share. And somehow this dashboard is too slow because of too many AI tools and tools. Anyways, it's taking a lot of time to load. But the point is, there is a brand search campaign. running at 100% top of search impression share, target impression share, top of search. And this is a trick that I learned from one of my mentors is if you have a 10 on 10 quality score, which you obviously will have in brand search, and you ask Google to give you 100% top of the search target impression share, 100% impression on the top slot, but you give the target CPC bid as only 70% of what Google actually asks you to bid. What will happen and why you will save a lot of money in brand search is since you are already at a 10 quality score, you will automatically be shown in the top slot actually 90% of the time. The rest 10% of the time when your brand will not be shown on the top, but you will still come in the top three, maybe second or third, but you will still be in the top three because of your quality score. But your competitors will be paying the Google CPC bid, and you will be paying 30% less than that, and you will be able to get more clicks, obviously, because you are more relevant. Okay. So, so we have already discussed the Amazon structure. The Google, we are pretty much happy with running a brand search and a standard shopping because Google is not doing the heavy lifting. The heavy lifting actually is being done by Meta, and I'll show you why. Meta is so good for all businesses compared to Google. So if I look at this month, you will see the cost per purchase. For the manual sales, it's 90. For the catalog sales, it's 96, which is not good because the AOV, the average order value of this product is $69. But I mean, you shouldn't compare Google and Meta, but even if you compare Google and Meta, the Meta is doing a much better job. Standard shopping is okay. Standard shopping is bringing in sales at $56. Brand search impression share is $133 per conversion, which is expected because it's a target impression share campaign designed to defend your brand rather than bring in sales. I think the PMAX was, I think at 37 or 38, something like that. Uh, because it gives a much better perspective. Uh, oh, in July, you see the cost per conversion of PMAX was $297. You know why this happened? Because we stopped Amazon from sending sales to PMAX. Why am I saying that? Check last month. So June, PMAX was $49 per sale. Let's check May. Let's check both May and April because that is the time when I have in terms of Amazon. You see how good PMAX was doing? $22 per sale. $22 per sale. This was with the help of Amazon. As soon as we turned off the tap from Amazon, PMAX went south. So this is a good thing to learn from this case study. You do not use one channel to prop up another channel. Okay. Many people will ask why. What is the harm in doing that? Because when you get into it's like you are applying shortcuts to building the foundation. Amazon sales, they do not need Meta or Google to make sales because it's now we have built a moat around the brand. And then I didn't show you, but we also have a non-brand campaign here, uh, and we will slowly scale that. It's in non-brand generic. Okay. Uh, Obviously, it is not supposed to do very well because it's non-brand generic. But you see, we are trying to make both the channels independent of each other. That is how you scale. Okay. So Amazon will be a complete system in itself. Okay. The demand generation, the top of the funnel, non-brand generic, and then you have everything with brand and remarketing doing the sales. On when it comes to Shopify, the best strategy is to use Meta, obviously, to do the heavy lifting of sales, and then standard shopping to, of course, uh, because it because it appears in search in shopping above search results. Obviously, standard shopping is the primary go-to campaign on Google. Okay. So yeah, I hope this helped. I hope this will help when you are running multi-channel D2C e-commerce campaigns. And if you have any questions, you can find me on WhatsApp or you can find me on my website and you can get back to me or my LinkedIn. Thank you. Have a great day.